First, with the weather warming up, boating season is just around the corner here in Maryland. And with so many boaters and so much water, there are bound to be accidents. And they've totaled in Maryland up. Maryland actually ranks pretty high on the list for mishaps on the water. ABC 2 News' Don Harrison explains why.
The National Safe Boating Council released a survey from 2009 that puts Maryland at number 3 when it comes to states that have the most boating accidents, behind only Florida and California. According to that survey, there were 203 reportable boating accidents, and 147 of them involved injuries.
Roger, Captain. Is that vessel showing any signs of distress?
Most of the accidents in Maryland occurred in July and on Sundays.
Boating's part of the culture.
Sergeant Sean Guerin with Maryland's Natural Resource Police say some waterways are wide open, and that adds to the problem.
It's not like on the road where somebody might be there to help you within 5-10 minutes. It could be hours before somebody can help you out in the water if you get in an accident or in trouble.
Short tackle and custom rods, Billy.
Billy O'Brien owns Short Tackle and Custom Rods in Graysonville and has spent most of his life around the water. He thinks one of the major contributing factors to boat accidents is lack of experience.
And I think there's a lot of inexperienced people that can go out and buy a boat and not really have all the skill sets needed. And then they're boating, and big boats, boats that are hard to handle for the most experienced of people.
Joe Kapp builds custom rods and has had plenty of time on Maryland's waters. He thinks being prepared is key.
People who take boating very casually and not very seriously and go out there without charts or without any means of navigation or having a peek at what's on the bottom, it's easy enough to run into trouble.
With the amount of water here in Maryland and the amount of boaters on the water, it's not a surprise maybe that we're in the top 3 for accidents, but the good news is we're not in the top 10 states for fatalities on the water. In Annapolis, I'm Don Harrison for ABC 2 News.
84% of drowning deaths in 2009 involved people that were not wearing life jackets. And ABC 2 is working to keep you and your family safe. We've got some tips from the Coast Guard. First, have a float plan with your family, friends, and marina operators. Carefully inspect the boat and safety equipment before leaving the dock, especially if the boat hasn't been used recently. Boaters should also carefully check the forecast before they get on any trip, and most importantly, wear that life jacket. More information